Welcome to Two Idiots Talking. This is
Michael Novak.
Yes,
Michael Novak TV on Instagram.
Wait a minute. We gotta make a much better intro than that. We sound boring. We sound lazy. We sound tired. Yeah, exactly.
Sad.
We need to make a new one.
We're all sad.
Make it happen.
Okay, you want me to do it?
I want you to do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Two Idiots Talking. This is episode number 13. Wow.
Is it number 13?
Yes, Ray. You do not keep up with your own statistics. So this is episode 13. This is an unlucky number and an unlucky time for our society. Welcome to the Corona times. Welcome to history, essentially, is what we're being... I mean, think about it. It's going to be written down in history.
I know.
This age,
the coronavirus is going down in history. Just to be honest, it's never going to be the same again, Michael. Never.
Wow, really depressing.
I know, but it's never going to be the same. You got to admit that. You watching right now, you got to admit to yourself that it's never going to be the same. All that, hey, how you doing, hugs and kisses and all that high-fiving shit, it's not going to happen again.
I just want to say that I normally raise the positive one and I'm more sort of the pessimistic one. But today we switch roles. Because the way that I look at it is it's not going to be the same. You're absolutely right. But it's just change. It's just natural change. And we're just going to have to figure out another way to interact with each other. So for example,
I'm a hugger, man.
Yes. But the thing is that in Denmark, we don't really practice it, but in France, it's going to be harder than here because, you know, they kiss whenever they meet strangers and whatever. But, you know, essentially what I'm trying to say is if you have a wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, you're not going to stop, you know, having sexy times with them or like be cuddling with them or kissing or whatever it might be. You're not going to stop touching them.
No.
Because it's your partner. And obviously you shouldn't. But strangers is what we're, you know, they're trying to dim down and say, okay, don't. Be in close proximity with strangers and like on the bus and like all these different places, but we can get used to it. You know, we can adjust as human beings. We're really good at adjusting to changes. And that's the positive effect of this is that we're just going to have to, you know, adapt.
Yeah.
And so, okay,
you're right, Michael.
So you're not going to be able to go to a concert in a long time. So what?
Or party.
But here's the thing.
Celebrate your birthday.
You know, people are struggling in this time, and the musicians and everything, because they can't perform, right? But we're going to find new ways to still, you know, support artists and, like, still have concerts or whatever, like maybe, you know, online or whatever. Like, I'm just saying we can adapt to this. Like, the students that still continue their educations online, the missus, shout out to the missus, she still continues her education, but online, and a lot of students and young people do this, and you know, so it's possible. We just have to adapt to a new situation and a new
age.
The
subject of today is fat people. Well, not fat people, actually. It's Danish fat people.
Danish obesity in Denmark, which is
I don't even like the word obesity.
No, because you can't pronounce it.
No, I can't. Obesity.
But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. And the reason is I suggested the subject.
Yes, Michael did.
I think it's an interesting debate. But Ray has been, for the last 10 minutes, has been sort of avoiding talking about the subject. But it's an important debate to get going because, no, it takes place.
Wait a minute. We have people that are chubby, right?
Yeah.
And then we have somebody who's huge.
Huge.
And then you have somebody who's fat.
It's interesting.
When you say it like that, or is it just me?
Gabriel Iglesias, a fluffy comedian, he said there are 5 levels of fatness.
5 levels?
Yeah. Big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn.
Then those are the topics of today.
But I think that body mass index is a perfect way of sort of differentiating what we're talking about here today. Okay, so if you're a normal-sized human being, not like Ray, but if you're a human-sized normal...
You can't be like me and just say you're normal.
Okay, so if you have a normal weight, you're between 18 and 25 on the body mass index scale. If you're overweight, you're between 25 and 29.9. So that's when you're overweight, not fat, but overweight.
Okay.
So when you're over 30, when you're from 30 to 40, you're fat, okay? And when you're over 40, you're obese, clinically obese. And what they say in the U.S. in their metric system with pounds and stones and whatever, stones is British, but whatever. What they say is when you reach 100 pounds of fat, extra weight, that's when you become clinically obese. And the reason why we describe it as obesity, actually interesting, is because when you reach that level, 100 pounds or more of fat, and you become obese, that's a medical term to say you're in risk, essentially, of almost every disease in the world.
I know.
If you check on this, like fact check it,
it's
the
true.
majority of the diseases in the world, you're more likely, way more likely to be affected by those if you're obese. Okay, so Corona as well, like everything.
Corona. I was just gonna say that the fat people in the United States right now, they're struggling with the coronavirus because they have diabetes.
The fattest country in the world.
Yeah, and they have lung problems, heart
Smoke
problems, smoke. Yeah, and eat a lot of junk food.
Yeah. Okay, so. When I was 18 years old, I stepped on the scale and it said 123 kilos.
Damn!
Now, that's kind of surprising to a lot of people, but here's the thing. I was on the scale, I was on the verge of being 100 pounds overweight. So I was starting to, 100 pounds is about 45 kilos.
Yeah.
And I was about, 43, 45 kilos above my target weight. I'd say my target weight is about 80 kilos.
That's not actually a lot. That's not a lot.
100 pounds?
Yeah.
45 kilos. That's a lot, right? I don't know.
45 kilos.
Extra.
Extra
weight.
Shit. I didn't
extra,
hear that.
like fat on your body. So my ideal weight is about 80 because, I'm a standard height and whatever. Anyway. But I was, 123 kilos. So I was, moving on to the obesity scale of things. And I experienced it hardcore, man. Like I experienced so many problems with my health, not continuous problems because I don't suffer from them anymore, but just being exhausted from moving in general. You know what I mean? Like these are some of the things
I know the feeling of that.
Ray knows
just getting up, my heart is pounding fast.
Blackout from getting up too fast.
What's going on?
Ray is fat and I'm fat, so
Yeah.
we have experienced when you get up from a couch too fast. And all of a sudden it goes black.
Yeah,
like,
the
what the
blood
fuck is going on, man?
The blood doesn't even get to your brain. It's like,
Wow.
what's going on over here?
Yeah. Anyway, but so for me, that was a turning point, and that was when I realized I had to do something.
And you were
about it.
18
I was 18.
when that happened.
And when I was 15, I was at the school nurse, and she weighed me, and I was 90 kilos. So essentially what happened was I gained over 30 kilos in 3 years. That's over 10 kilos per year.
How did that happen? I want to
have
know
absolutely no idea,
who
man.
paid for all the junk food and the soda pops and all that, because
It wasn't like I couldn't get out of bed, right? I was able to buy these things for myself. Like, come on, man. Who bought these things? You're talking about it like I was trapped in my home. I came up with this idea. I know I'm talking a lot on this episode, but this is interesting to me. I came up with this idea for this podcast because I saw a documentary on
fat people.
On fat people and Danish. Okay, so
Danish fat people.
Yeah, there was this documentary series in 3 or 4 parts, whatever, about these fat girls from Denmark who embraced being fat.
Embraced?
Yes, there'll be a title for the show on the screen.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that there are girls out there, embracing the fact that they're overweight?
Yes, they're proud of being fat, essentially. It's what they say in the program. I don't believe it, though, because they say they're proud of being fat. And
how can you be proud of that?
I don't know, man. But they say they're proud of their size and they're happy with themselves and they, are very comfortable in their own skin and all that. And that's fine. But, but then you see a clip. There's a clip in the show where one of these girls, she's bicycling along the road and somebody shouts at her, "Hey, fatty," or something like that, right? Which is something that happens when you're fucking huge. Anyway,
that's a huge bitch.
Exactly. And afterwards, they interview her, and she's bawling her eyes out. She's crying. She says, "Oh my God," and then she overeats. You know what I mean? So obviously
Wow,
she's not that comfortable in her own skin. You know what I mean? Because she still gets affected. If she was so comfortable in her own skin, that shit wouldn't affect her.
Exactly.
You know
And the
what I mean?
thing is that they might be happy right now, being oversized. But the thing is that when they get to the point where their knees are having problems, their back are having problems, then they're going to end up in the hospital and they're not going to be that happy anymore,
No.
So it might be fun and you got to be proud of who you are somehow, but it's not healthy, man. Let's talk about the health issues because it's like people don't even know that sugar is unhealthy. It's like
Addictive.
it's addictive. It's real bad. Sugar is the baddest shit we have on earth.
More addictive than heroin.
I know. And the thing
cocaine, at least.
And the thing is that some people, they don't even know this.
No, it's true. Actually, I mean, I experienced it myself. I'm addicted to sugar. I can pretty much say that. And I have tried different times and to say to myself, okay, I'm gonna stop with all the fizzy drinks. You know what I mean? To get a more healthy and clean diet. And within like a week, 2 weeks maybe of going to work and everything, I started getting headaches and nausea and becoming so tired all the time. And like, it was draining me like so much.
The sugar.
Because I wasn't getting that shit.
I know.
I wasn't getting my fix, So I was becoming angry. I was becoming more,
Isn't that
fucked up to be around.
Isn't that
essentially.
funny that the sugar makes you go a little bit crazy? I remember having the same problems when I started my diet. I remember when I cut all the sugar, I cut all the fat
affects
shit.
you.
It affected me mentally because I could feel it. I could feel it that there was something wrong right now.
Right.
It wasn't pleasant. So I know for people that's fat out there that want to lose weight, it's hard to get on the healthy train. But as soon as you get there, you're on your way to a better day.
But I think it's an interesting debate because I sincerely believe that we all have our drug. Okay, so for some people it's smoking.
You're right.
For some people it's drugs. For some people it's alcohol. For some people, like me, for example, it's food and like everything sweet. And for some people it's an
Coffee.
entirely different thing, coffee or whatever it might be. And the thing is that with these demons that we have, right, and these habits,
The inner demons.
the inner demons,
The inner demons.
because for me, like what I'm trying to say is, for me, I've tried smoking pot, for example, right? And
I
but
thought you were Christian, man.
I am Christian. I'm
shit is that?
I'm a child of Jesus. No,
Okay.
but I've tried and alcohol and like all these different types of abuse, if you will, but it's never stuck. You know what I mean? I can't become an alcoholic. I can't become a junkie or whatever because I just. I like it. I enjoy it, but I can't get addicted to it. I just can't because I already have my drug, which is food and like sweet things and sugar.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I have a buddy of mine whose demon is marijuana, and it's the same. Like for him, he used to be fat as well, has lost as much as me, even more actually. And people, they look at him and they say, wow, how can you lose all that weight? But that's the thing. It hasn't been hard for him because that wasn't his drug. That's never been his problem. It's not weight. He just ate too much. So he stopped. And like, it's not hard for him to lose weight.
No.
Because it's not a problem for him. The food and whatever and exercise is not a problem for him. He just got lazy. And so he got fat and now he's decided to lose it again. You know what I mean? So it's not difficult for him. It's more difficult for me, for example, and a lot of us, because our drug is the sugar, is the fattening food, you know what I mean?
So what?
Yeah.
Actually, what we're saying right now is that if you have some weight problems, you need to analyze the situation. Right?
And if it's your drug, you need to take it seriously. You need to treat it. That's the thing. We need to treat this as an addiction.
It is.
We really do.
It is.
But more broadly in society, we need to treat it as an addiction because food addiction is a real disease.
That's the thing I said in the beginning of the podcast. Where the hell? Where are the doctors at? Where are the doctors telling kids not to eat sugar, not to eat unhealthy all the time? And why aren't? can't even talk right now, man. I can't even talk. I'm so confused
Ray's
by the
worked up
fact.
about this.
No, I'm confused about the fact that we have some men out there, that like to feed their women fat,
Yeah.
So they can't walk, they can't sleep, they can't. Man, I don't even know what the hell you're doing, man. Just write a comment if you know what I'm talking about, man.
But that's the problem, isn't it? That's a whole nother video for another subject. Maybe we should do that next time about the Danish school system, maybe, if you want to keep it Danish. But the thing is...
shit, the Danish school system, that's funny because we have a lot of weird things going on in school,
But also one of the things in the school system, the educational system, not just in Denmark, but the world over, is that you don't learn any of the things that you need. So like you said, there are no doctors coming out to these young people telling them how detrimental it is to their health to eat unhealthy and like do all these things and what it means to them going forward. They have none of this. They only have the mainstream media telling them if they don't look like a supermodel, they're wrong somehow. And, so a lot more needs to be done in that perspective. But again, in terms of our educational system, you don't learn how to manage your taxes either. You don't learn what a mortgage is. You don't learn what money is and how it works and the thing that motivates the world. You don't learn how it functions.
I'm going to stop you right there because I think it's a good subject for the next episode.
Yes.
School systems, that's what we're going to talk about. So get ready for that shit.
Get ready for that shit.
Next Friday on this channel. Remember to subscribe and press the bell. God damn it. My name is Ray Castro, and this is...
Michael Novak at Michael Novak TV. Tell us if you like the more serious episodes, and we might do a lot of, because this hasn't been all that goofy around, but it has just been, facts.
A little bit. We've been laughing a little bit.
Yeah, Ray's still fat and old.
Yeah, and you're too, Michael. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm not old.
Okay, I'm fat and old, and you're fat and young.
Wow, what a body shamer, fat shamer. Jesus Christ, Ray.
Anyways, take care, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Two Idiots Talking. Bye.